How's it going, my aristocrats? Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to talk about 3 benefits that I've experienced along my NoFap journey. So as some of you know, I started this journey back in 2019 and everything, and I've had a couple of, or more than a couple of good NoFap streaks in that period of time from 2019 to now. And so I want to talk about 3 benefits that I've experienced along my journey. So the first benefit is you're going to have a lot more energy. Before I did NoFap, I was always feeling drained. I was always feeling like I couldn't communicate with other people. I was always feeling like this sense of social anxiety and this kind of dread and everything. But once I went on NoFap and I started accumulating some days, like 30, 60, 90 days or beyond that, my energy levels were insane. Like it was on a level that I've never experienced before. And and I still remember, like, on one of my longer streaks from last year, I was on like day 47 or 48 or something like that, and we were out, like me and a bunch of my friends. We were out for my friend's birthday, and one of my friends comes up to me. He's like, "How the hell do you have so much energy?" I'm like, "I don't jack off." And he was so confused. He's like, "What? Like you don't jack off? Like how is that possible?" And I'm like, dude, trust me. If you don't jack off, you get all this energy. I kid you not. So yeah, that's one was one instance of somebody like really noticing that. But yeah, like in general, I've just had a lot more energy. I've had like a lot more drive to get things done and everything like that. But the second benefit is probably the most important. The second benefit that I've experienced, and that most other NoFappers have experienced, is a better understanding of the self. So when you're on your NoFap journey, as I'd mentioned in some previous videos, you get this motivation and this drive to improve other aspects of your life. But in order to do that, you have to know which aspects of your life are lacking. You have to know what you have to improve on. And NoFap is an integral step in getting you to realize that, and getting you to realize what aspects of your life you need to improve on. Because once you're on NoFap and once you have all this energy and once you're feeling better, you start to become more aware of the things that don't make you feel better, of the things that don't make you feel good in general, the things that drag your energy down. And along this journey, you kind of develop the strength and the consciousness to point that out and be like, okay, I need to get rid of that. This is not going to help my life. This habit is not going to help my life. This food is making me feel this kind of way. This habit is making me feel this kind of way. Like, you start to realize all these little things. These things start to finally become clear, and you're just like, oh, wow. I could have been changing this all along, and I could have been feeling better all along. So that's like another big benefit that I've experienced along my journey on NoFap. And you're probably going to experience that too. And when you do, it's going to be a great feeling. Once you start getting rid of these toxic habits and these toxic foods and whatever else from your life, you're going to be set to go. You're going to feel like your best self. You're going to feel like nothing can stop you. Because I know you have it in you. I know that a lot of you are relapsing all the time. I know that a lot of you don't really have the drive to continue and everything, because you're like, oh, like, what's the point? If I relapsed, like, what's the point and everything? Guys, keep going. I know it's hard. It's supposed to be hard, because if it wasn't, then everybody would do it. But you have to keep going. Otherwise, you don't get to reap the benefits. Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. You know what? No matter who ridicules you or whatnot, don't let that stop you. I know that many of you have heard the Bible. In the story of Noah's Ark, Noah's building this ark for years and years, and people are laughing at him. They're just like, oh, wow, why are you building an ark in the middle of the desert? We don't even get rain. Like, what do you mean there's a flood coming? He was ridiculed, and he was losing faith. But guess what? The flood came. And as soon as that flood came, then everybody believed him. That's what's going to happen. You have to stay on this journey. It's not an easy one. It's one that a lot of people will ridicule and everything. It's a lot of people that people will be confused about. But Stay on it. I promise you the results are worth it. Anyways, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but moving on to benefit number 3. Benefit number 3 is that you'll have a lot more attraction from people in general. So when you're on NoFap and when you have all this energy accumulating and everything, you give off a vibe. You give off, like, people can subconsciously feel that vibe. They can subconsciously feel whether you're a creep or not. Because, I mean, it's why, like, a lot of people who were former porn addicts would come out and say, like, oh, back when I was addicted, a lot of people, like, wouldn't want to be around me, or, like, people would look at me weird and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, because they give off a creepy vibe. If you're stroking your meat every day to Pornhub or whatever else, or if you're having these weird fantasies in your head, yeah, people can feel that vibe. I mean, subconsciously, they don't really know what it is about you, but they can feel it. The thing is, however, that the same thing goes in the opposite direction. If you're on NoFap, if you're on your grind, if you're taking the steps to improve your life, people will notice. They will notice. They'll look at you and they'll smile at you. They'll treat you better. They won't know what exactly it is about you, but they'll be nice to you. They'll be looking at you. They'll be kind of eyeing you, especially women. I mean, that's definitely a big benefit. I mean, certainly along my NoFap journey, I've noticed that the longer I am on my streak, the kinder people are to me, especially women. Once again, that's quite something. And yeah, like the longer you go on this streak, the more people will notice. Like they could subconsciously feel that vibe. That goes into the airwaves and everything. And your brain picks that up. It's hard to explain, but that's that's part of the explanation, I guess. Yeah, people will feel your vibe, but it's not just about anything spiritual. It's not just about like the airwaves or your vibe or whatnot. No. It's about the fact that you're also subconsciously changing the way that you talk, the way that you walk. You seem more confident. You seem more articulate. And that's another part of the process that people will notice. People will notice that. And they will associate that with higher confidence and higher ability all around. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. So you got to like these videos and everything and comment in order for YouTube to put that in the algorithm. Because, I mean, YouTube, they're very pissy about putting this kind of content out. All this NoFap content, all this kind of stuff, they don't want to put that in the algorithm. It's like, it's either too weird for them or it's too, I don't know what for them. They don't want to put that out there. But if you like and you comment and everything, it gets put in the algorithm. So if you want this to grow, definitely like, comment, subscribe down below. Got to put that out in the algorithm. So with that said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.